For stockpile grazing, we do a sort on our cows before they go out to it in December. And any cow that's not in a good body condition score doesn't go out. Like a mature cow that's not in good enough shape will get put in with our group of young cows, and she'll go on to bale grazing. There's no money to be saved in a skinny cow. And when you're going into a winter in Alberta, there's a lot of cold weather, and she needs that insulation. And if you can get that weight on early in the year, then she has a much better chance of maintaining that through the winter. So you don't want them losing weight where it's going to affect their ability to stay warm, to function.
Well, usually we've had swaths in different locations, so where the easier terrain is usually where we put our young ones. Our main cow herd, they expend quite a bit of energy going up and down that hill every day, and in the past few winters where we've had a lot of snow, that itself has been hard on them. And you know, they make a trail through the deep snow up that hill, and it's hard on them. So the young cows will swath graze usually at home or on a different corridor so that they don't have that challenge as well.
We check them and you know, make a note of it with the vet every fall when we preg check, because we weigh every animal when we're preg checking.
He actually body scores every cow we have.
Yeah, and if you notice that the weights are down on your cows in the fall for whatever reason, the grass was poor or you left the calf on too long or something, you've got to be a lot more careful when you go into the winter feeding. If they're down, you can't work them as hard on the bunches. That's all there is to it.
To look after body condition of our cows, we generally body conditions and score them at preg test time in the fall, and again we run them through a chute when we scour guard them in the spring, and then again at calving time. And any cow that is in a little lower body condition will come home off of grass, and it'll get a better ration at home with our calves or at our home yard. That's very minimal. There's 1 or 2%, less than 5% that would happen to.
We probably should do it to get the maximum out of our first and second calving cows. As far as keeping them separate and keeping the competition component down for them, we don't. So everything kind of gets grazed together. However, we do kind of limit, we'll only graze like 150 to 200 cows per area. So there is reasonable opportunity for everybody to graze equally. The first calvers get no special treatment.
So when we started the bale grazing, we wanted to do the bale grazing for all the animals, instead of feeding some of them with a tractor and some of them. But there's challenges involved, especially with bulls, because they like to roll the bales on the fences. So we thought if we went on an incline and used gravity to work with us, if they started rolling the bales, they would go down the hill and the fences will still be there to retain them to the one row.
We're cattlemen, we're stockmen. We should know our cows. We should be able to tell if our cows are losing weight. And maybe it's just 1 or 2. So then you have to be prepared to go out and bring those cows in. Whether you have to bring in the whole herd and sort a few off, or whether you just change plans and feed differently. Everybody's got different skill sets and different corrals and different layouts and different fields. So you have to have a plan. You have to know in advance what you're going to do before you go out there and say, holy crow, I've got 10% of my cows are too thin. You want to know ahead of time what you're going to do on that day.